Hello dear student, myself Amartya Baba again. Today we are going to see the next part of the pesticide. Okay, in last lecture we have seen definition of pesticides, its classification into four different classes, which is insecticide, fungicide, herbicide, and rodenticide. Out of these four we have seen. Out of these four, three we have seen, that is insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides. Now today we are going to see the next part of the pesticides. And the fourth type of the pesticide is rodenticide. What are rodenticides? Rodenticides are the chemical compounds which are used to kill the rodents. What are the rodents? Rodents are the animals which lives in a hole, like rats, rabbits, etc. Okay, these rodents are very difficult to kill because of their scavenger like feeding habit. What is scavenger like feeding habit? What these animals do is they just first go to the food, taste it, and run back and wait for some time. Okay, and after some time, if they found that the compound is not harmful to them, then only they comes and eat the food again. Okay, so this is the scavenger like feeding habit. Okay, so because of the scavenger like feeding habits, these rodents are very difficult to kill. Okay, and what are the properties that makes rodenticide very effective? Okay, so these are: it should be tasteless, it should be odorless, it should be very little, and it should have a delayed effect. Okay, if it is tasteless, then and then only these rodents are coming to eat the rodenticide again. It should be odorless if it gives some smell to it, which is very unpleasant or of phenolic types. Then these animals, what they do, they just come to it, smell it, and run away. So they are not going to eat it. So it should be odorless and tasteless, and it should be lethal. It should kill it. Okay, it should that rodenticide should kill a rodent. Otherwise, it won't be a useful one, and it should have a delayed effect. What it should have? It should have a delayed effect. Means what? That animal should eat it. It should wait for it, and then only they find that that compound is not harmful to them, or the food they are eating is not harmful to them, and they'll eat it in a large quantity. Okay, so that's why it should have a delayed effect. Okay. Then next is, now we are coming to the point where we are going to see the synthesis of these different type of insecticides, fungicide, etc. Okay, so in insecticide, we are going to see the synthesis of malathion. Okay, we have seen the example of malathion in insecticide. Now we are going to see its synthesis. Four molecules of methanol reacts with the phosphorus pentasulfide. Okay, four molecules of methanol reacts with the phosphorus pentasulfide to give us the OO dimethyl dithiophosphat. Okay, this D is extra here, only phosphate. What? OO dimethyl means this O is attached to two methyl groups, so OO dimethyl dithio means two sulfur groups are present over here, and phosphate means what? This PO group, all rest of the thing is phosphate. Okay, plus H2S is removed out of it. So H2S is gas, so it can be shown with this arrow. Okay, now in the next step what happens? This O-dimethyl diphosphate reacts with the diester. Okay, this diester, it reacts with this alkene diester to give this malathion. This is melanoid, diethyl melanoid. So this mala comes from this diethyl malanoid. Okay, this is diethyl malanoid. What happens over here? This sulfur group attacks onto this carbon, and this bond gets pulled onto this carbon, and this carbon then get negatively charged, and this negatively charged carbon attract this proton from this sulfur to give this malathion. This is the compound called as melanin, and it is attached to this group of thio compounds. So this compound is named as malathion, and this is how malathion is synthesized. And as it is containing a phosphate group in it, it comes under the type of organophosphate insecticides. Okay, malathion, it is used as a insecticide. Okay, the next is uses of malathion. What are the uses of malathion? Right? The potent and effect it is potent and effective against insects, fungi, and weeds. Okay, it can be used as a fungicide, it can be used as an insecticide, and it can be used as a herbicide as well. But basically, it is used as the insecticide. Okay, where it is used? It is used for the treatment of head lice, okay, and the baby lice and the scabies. Okay, scabies. What is lice? Lice, you know lice, jewel, and the scabies, the gochit, right? So it is used to treat this type of the insects, and it is used to protect the crop from fungi and insects as well. Okay, so these are the uses of malathion. And what are the merits of malathion? The merits of malathion is it is less toxic to mammals. Okay, we are mammals, so it is less toxic to mammals. Mammals means what? The animals which gives direct birth to the babies. Okay, they didn't produce any type of egg or anything. They direct gives birth to the infants. So these are the mammals, and whatever animals we have seen around in the agricultural farm, they are mammals. So it is less toxic to mammals, and it is get easily degraded in the environment. Is the merit of malathion, and it is boon to farmer because as it kills insects, fungi, and weeds, it can be used in agricultural fields to increase the crop of the or yield of the crops and quality of the crops, and hence it is economically very useful for the farmers, and so it is boon to the farmer. This is the structure of the malathion. Okay, now next is herbicide, the synthesis of 2,4-dichlorophenyl acetic acid, that is 2,4-D. Okay, that is 2,4-D. So how this 2,4-D can be synthesized? It is synthesized by two methods, by the reaction of 2,4-dichlorophenyl and 2-chloroacetic acid, and second one is by the chlorination of phenoxyacetic acid. So in first synthesis, that is the reaction of 2,4-dichlorophenol and 2-chloroacetic acid. What happens? This 2,4-di begin from here, first carbon, second carbon, so it is 2, 3, 4, 2,4 dichloro phenol. Okay, so basic compound is phenol, and at the second position and fourth position, two chlorine groups are present over here. So the name 2,4 dichlorophenol. When it reacts with 2, this is first carbon, this is second carbon, so 2 chloro, and this is the base compound is acetic acid, CH3COOH, but one of the H is replaced by chlorine, so 2 chloroacetic acid. When these two compounds react, this O lone pair on this oxygen attacks over onto this carbon, and this chlorine gets removed out. Okay, so we get here the compound 2,4-dichlorophenolic acid or 2,4-D. This is 2,4-D, and this is how 2,4-D is synthesized by reacting 2-chlorophenol with 2-chloroacetic acid. This is the substitution reaction or esterification reaction. Okay, in presence of base, what happens is base abstract this proton and this negative charge on this oxygen. It attacks on this carbon, and this chlorine gets removed in the form of HCl to give us the 2,4-D. And the second method is the chlorination of phenoxyacetic acid. Okay, this is phenol, so phenoxy, and this is the acetic acid, so phenoxyacetic acid. Okay, phenoxyacetic acid. When it reacts with the chlorine gas, two molecules of phenoxyacetic acid, when it reacts with chlorine, it gives chlorination over here, okay, to give us the 2,4-D. But what is uh, the speciality of this reaction is that chlorination can occur over here, over here, over here too. So we can get either mono or polychlorophenol. So this is the demerit of this reaction, that chlorination can occur on these remaining positions of the benzene ring as well. Okay, so method is not generally used, or it gives many byproducts. Okay, now what are the uses of 2,4-D? 2,4-D is used to control long leaf weeds. Okay, long leaf weeds only, long leaf weeds. It is used in laboratory for research. This word should be for. Okay, this can be used for the research, and it is used as a supplement in plant cell cultures. Okay, tissue culture labs, there this 2,4-D can be used as a supplement. Okay, because it is a plant hormone. We have seen that it is an synthetic auxin. That auxin means what? Auxin means what? It is a protein or hormone. So this hormone is used in plant cell cultures as a supplement. Okay, then next is fungicides. Okay, synthesis of fungicides, and the example we have taken here is theorem, that is tetramethyl thiourea disulfide. Okay, and formula is C6H12N2S4. So now in first method, we are going to see the synthesis of this theorem by oxidation of N,N-dimethyl dithiocarbamate. Okay, so in this reaction, what happens? Two molecules of sodium salt of this N,N dimethyl dithio dithiocarbamate. Okay, dithiocarbamate in presence of H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, single chlorine and air, to give us this theorem. Okay, what happens over here is this negatively charged sulfur is going to get reacts with the another sulfur to form this sulfur sulfur bond and give us the theorem. Okay, give us the theorem. This reaction should be done very carefully. This oxidation should be done very carefully, because generally oxidation reactions are very high energy producing reactions and it may get explodes. Okay, so the oxidation should be carried out very carefully, and this is how in the first synthesis by oxidation of N,N-dimethyl thiocarbamate theorem can be synthesized. Okay, now next is the oxidation of dimethyl amine salt of dimethyl carbamic acid with iodine. Okay, iodine is a mild oxidizing agent compared to the H2O2. So here oxidation occurs, but it is comparatively less energy producing than that of H2O2. So here this dimethylamine, this M stands for dimethylamine of N,N-dimethylamine dithiocarbamic acid. Okay, or carbamate. It reacts with this iodine in presence of ethanol solvent, gives us the sulfur sulfur bond, and theorem is get produced. Okay, theorem is get produced. Now, what are the uses of theorem? It is used as an accelerator for vulcanization agent in rubber industry. Okay, rubber producing industry use this process of vulcanization. Read about this, and this theorem is used as a catalyst over here in this vulcanization process. Okay, now second is it is used in prevention of fungal diseases in seeds and crops. Okay, it is used as fungicide in seeds and crops. Okay, it can be applied directly to the seeds, it can be applied on the crops. Okay, it is animal repellent. What is repellent? It didn't let the animals comes near to it. Okay, whenever it is applied to the fields or applied onto the crops, the animals avoid to get come closer to these plants. Okay, or to the crops. So these theorem can be used as animal repellent, because this because of this sulfur group, it produces very dangerous smell. Dangerous for means what? Unpleasant smell. It produces very unpleasant smell. The smell of LPG gas, right? It contains the thio compound, sulfur containing compound, so it smells like that. Okay, so it smells very what we can say is very harsh smell is there, so animals avoid to come closer to this theorem. Okay, now it is effectively used in steam gall coriander. These are the diseases of the plants. Okay, steam gall coriander, then damping of, then smut of millet, then neck rot of onion, etc. Okay, so there this theorem is used as a fungicide. Okay, then it can be used in combination with other pesticides. This is the merit of this theorem. This is the compound which can be used with along with the other pesticides. Okay, then the treatment of human scabies in sunscreen, and it can be directly applied on the skin as a bactericide. So these are also again the use of this theorem in treatment of various diseases to human beings. Okay, to avoid human scabies, it can be used in sunscreen, and it is applied directly onto the skin to kill the bacterial infections. Okay, so these are the uses of the theorem. Okay, now in today's lecture we have seen the synthesis of the different kinds of insecticide, that is malathion. So, so today we have seen the synthesis of different insecticides. Then we have seen the synthesis of herbicide and the insecticide, herbicide, and the fungicides. Okay, so and we have also seen the rodenticide. So this is how we end up with the whole chapter and this section particularly. Thank you.